evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Stamp It Up with Jamie. Lori's on time. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Maybe you're catching this on replay. Thank you so much for watching. I am super duper happy to be here with you tonight. Hello, Judy. I have a couple of sort of announcements I want to give, some sort of housekeeping things, and then we're going to dive into tonight's card, which is this guy here. You can see it on the smaller screen in the camera here. And it's my very first Christmas card. Yes, I made my very first Christmas card in June. Honestly, you can never sort of start early enough in my book because, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of Christmas cards to mail and to make and to send. And so the earlier I get started, honestly, my future self will thank me. So here's your public service announcement to start your Christmas cards early so that you're less overwhelmed later on. Oh, man, you're here. Good. I'm so happy. I just realized I didn't put up a post in Facebook. I forgot. Oops. But anyways, okay. So a couple of housekeeping things I just want to mention quickly. First is this Friday, July 1st, the mini July to December mini catalog and the celebration brochure go live. Oh my goodness, this is super exciting. It is by far, hands down, my favorite catalog of the whole entire year because crafting Christmas and fall is my absolute favorite. These start Friday, okay? If you're not familiar with celebration, I can't show you the inside yet per Stampin' Up policy as much as I want to. But the celebration brochure is full of all things free. There's free stamps, there's free paper, there's free, hold on, you can't see, right? Free dies, free specialty paper, really fun things. And you can earn them for free with a $50 order or a $100 order, okay? The items in the beginning of the brochure are level 1, which means they are free with a $50 order. And the ones kind of towards the back are free with a $100 order, the level 2, okay? So celebration starts Friday. Free product just by buying the things that you already want, love, and need. Okay. I want to highlight something. Hello, Heather, and Beth is here, which, by the way, my product shares will close Thursday. Is that right? Let me just, where's my calendar? Yes, tomorrow's the last day to sign up for my product share. So last call product shares, they close tomorrow. But I wanted to show you these beautiful planner that as demonstrators, we could order ahead of time. And you as customers get the opportunity to earn for free. So it's another one of those celebration perks, okay? If you have your celebration brochure, if you go to page, the very end, 18 and 19, the Making Plans collection, okay? When you get your starter kit, you're going to get $125 in product that you pick for $99. It's going to ship for free, and you get the Making Plans collection for free, okay? It's an amazing, it's got this sort of magnet clasp, seal, closure, I don't know, whatever it's called. And then it comes with different dividers and different kind of sheets that you can fill out. I'm sorry, you're getting glares on my, isn't it so pretty, on my lights. So many sheets that they didn't even all fit. You also get some notepad books here, and then it comes with a stamp set as well, which I didn't grab, but it's behind me. So if you are looking for a really fun planner, it starts, the first month that we get is July. So it starts right away. We can start mid-year. No one says we can't start a planner mid-year. This will be free starting Friday during celebration when you order the starter kit, which by far on any day, 365 days a year is the best offer. Stampin' Up offers. But they kind of sweeten the deal with the free planner. So I wanted to show you that. It's amazing. And it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. It makes me, I've never really used a planner, to be honest, but I'm challenging myself to get up all in there and to get organized. If you know me, If you've shopped with me, if you're on my team, you know organization is something I'm constantly trying to work on because it doesn't come natural to me. I'm a work in progress. Okay, who else is here? Ruth Ann. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Amy. Hello, Julie. I wonder how you pronounce your last name. Poindexter? I don't know. I'm intrigued by your last name because you have a lot of consonants like I do, and nobody can ever pronounce my name. Okay, so this is the product. Let me show you the card that we're making. Again, my first Christmas card of the whole season. This is it. Whoever gets it is getting. Oh, I forgot to shut off my light. You're getting a shadow, which, by the way, I am super excited. Hold on. Let me just do this for a second because I got to talk to you about something. Super excited because we talked to a contractor and he's going to be coming in and I'm always complaining about the lighting down here. So he's going to be putting in more lights. So I'm super excited about that. Joan already made 2. Oh my gosh. You are one ahead of me. This is my one and only I've made. And all this week, I am showcasing one of the products that you can earn for free in Celebration. It's called the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. It is a 12 by 12 pack. And with the brilliance of this pack, besides the fact that it's pretty and amazing, we can do a lot with it, it covers all the seasons. And so my card today pulls in the poinsettia, or poinsettia, as some of you say. But it covers all the seasons. So let me just give you a little sneak peek. This paper is going to be free with a $50 order starting this Friday. Or if you'd like a sample of it, anybody that chooses a single want it all or a double want it all product share will get a 6x6 sampling. Okay. So we have this one here, which I love those houses. You could use it as like a backdrop to your cards or do some fussy cutting if you feel comfortable. All of our paper is usually more graphic on one side, pattern imagery on the other. This, I think, is my favorite one. It's just beautiful florals. I love the mix of colors that they have going here. This is the sort of fall ones. We have those leaves and acorns. This one, it gives me winter vibes because the branches don't have any, well, I guess they have a couple leaves on them, but I don't know. It could be spring or winter. It gives me winter vibes. I don't know. This one I love so much. Mushrooms are so popular right now. Like they're everywhere. So this is like right on point. Kind of fall because we have some leaves, but definitely springy too. And then we have our poinsettia pattern, which is Christmas. And then the flip side will be more graphic image. I don't know. I'm getting my words. One's more like picturesque and one is more like patterns. Does that make sense? This is the one side. These could be fussy cut out if you want to, or they make a great backdrop. This is great to go opposite where is it? The Christmas one. You got, well, different kind of colors, but red and green for Christmas. This is definitely spring. Look at all that yellow. Yeah, I didn't use this pattern this week. Love the blues and greens here. So pretty. We have this tree pattern. And then this one is really cool. Let me just break it down for you. Okay. So this designer series paper coordinates with product in the mini catalog. Again, I can't point it out in the catalog because it hasn't gone live yet, but it coordinates with the Ringed with Nature bundle. Now, this is a super awesome bundle. It's a hybrid bundle. So it's stamp sets, embossing folder, and dies. And I'm going to show you exactly how they work. But they also coordinate with the paper. So it's like a 4-for. A 4-for-1. It's not a 2-for. It's a 4-for. The images here will work with the dies. Okay. So, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. You can use each of the product individually, or you can use 2 of them together, 3 of them together. You can use 4 of them together if you want. It's really, really cool how Stampin' Up! Has designed this. If you are new to stamping, or if you're in a rush, or you're not quite sure how to design, pick a suite, pick a bundle of product that coordinate together. It's like love at first sight. It's like they're meant to be. And it really makes stamping so much easier. So or easy. I guess not easier, just easy. What did I do with my card? Okay, here's my card. Again, Christmas card. So let's dive in. I'm going to walk you through. Hold on, I need a drink. I'm going to walk you through the hybrid folder and show you exactly how it works because it's quite amazing. Okay. I gave my 11 started, but I cross-stitched them. Oh, cards? That's really cool. I have so many new Christmas stamps. Well, honestly, isn't Christmas like the very best time of the year to stamp? I love Christmas cards. Christmas cards are my favorite to make. I just love them. And there's so many fun things in the mini catalog. You need them. Okay, here we go. So my front is a little shorter. You're going to see it's 1 inch shorter. Okay, so my cardstock is 7.5 by 5.5. Okay, 5.5 by 7.5, and then it is still scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so we get kind of this like cutout. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so then I have one of the poinsettia patterns. This is there's a bug on my desk. Best mini catalog yet. This is that poinsettia pattern. It is 1 1/4 by 5.5. And I'm just going to tuck this on the inside. It's not directional, so you can have it go any which way you'd like. So it would take a panel and 4 through the machine. It would take a take panel 1 and 4. Are you asking about the plates? I'm going to show you in just a second, Ruth Ann. I'm going to show you exactly the sandwich we're going to do. And I think you're right. I just don't want to say yes without looking at the numbers I'm using. Okay, so why am I a schmidschmort? Is this a schmidge high? Oh, it is a schmidge high. Okay, hold on. Let me just give it a quick little haircut. It's like a schmidge longer or higher or wider or whatever you want to call it than 5.5. And my designer paper is a little short. It's not short. It's the right size. My cardstock was a little on the big side. Let's try this again. Take 2. Okay, there we go. Okay, so see how we got this going? This is plates. You got it. I'm going to tell you in just a second. Hey, Deborah, good morning to Australia. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's really easy, but this is a great, you know me, I like to take simple designs and just like tweak them ever so slightly. And it kind of gives a new sort of element to the card. So just by cutting the little like chunk off the front and then having a little peekaboo designer paper coming through, you could do this with any paper you have on hand. It just adds a nice little sort of element to it, which I really, really like. Okay. Now, let's do all of our stamping. There is some fussy cutting involved. So if you don't like fussy cutting, you can either do stamp on some panels or make it work. But I really like the look of the fussy cut that we have going here. So I'm going to pull in the poinsettia from the Ring with Nature. I'm going to use the Merry Christmas and the leaf. Okay, now you can see here that we have some fall images. We have some acorns. Here's the top of the acorn. You would use these guys as the bottom. They also can double as mushrooms. Or we saw someone at an event that used them as gumdrops. I thought that was clever, super clever too. Good evening, Mary. Thanks for coming on in. We have some great floral images, and then we have the rings, which are really cool. The house is amazing too. So great images that cover a wide range of seasons, all the seasons. Got you covered. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some stamping off because this here is Poppy Parade, I think. Let me just double check. That's the color I pulled. It is Poppy Parade. It is Poppy Parade, but it's kind of an artistic Poppy Parade. And so when I stamped it full strength, it just looked like too harsh. So I stamped off first. I'm going to get a doodah. Hold on. What is the doodah, pray tell? Oh, nice, Roz. Such a good grandma. Okay. If you're stamping photopolymer stamps, and if you have a hard time getting a super crisp stamp, I highly recommend putting a little cushion underneath. This is the cushion that comes in the Stamparatus. I just take it out. And it gives it a little, helps with, it just helps. I don't know how to describe it, but if you have problems getting a crisp image, specifically with a photopolymer stamp, I suggest putting a little foam underneath. So I'm going to stamp in, wow, let's just do this. I'm going to tell you all my tricks. So my Poppy Parade, honestly, all my ink pads right now are ridiculously juicy. You can see like the little I don't know if you can see, there's little bubbles on it. So if you find that your ink pads are overly inked, too juicy, they're kind of bubbling, it's like way too much ink, I just take the side of my one of my blocks and I just kind of iron, so to speak, the top of the ink pad, kind of pushing down that ink back down. Now you always want to store your ink pads flat, but in the humid months, my ink pads just go bonkers. They really do. Hey, Sharon. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you're so kind. Thank you. I just want to stamp this off because this is like, woo, that's a lot of ink on there. Thank you. You're so kind. Yep, you can also use the back of a spoon, but I'm like in my space, I just grab a block. I have a block sitting there always, and that's what I grab. But you can also use the back of a spoon, a side of a credit card, and I pretty much always have to do it in the summer months. Every time I pull my ink pads out, just ever gently, just kind of go like iron it, so to speak, and push that ink back down. And you'll see, so it's still very wet, but it's not quite so. The lines are a little crisper there. I don't know if you can see on your end, but on my end, it looks that way. Okay. So I'm going to I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to stamp off first. And then I'm going to stamp on my cardstock. So see how it's almost like a little pinky. And if you look in the designer paper, it's like a Poppy Parade with pink. So I thought that was a better fit for the color and for the designer paper. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the leaf in Evening Evergreen ink. I love Evening Evergreen. It's probably my favorite green. I will be so sad when it retires, honestly. And I'm going to do the same thing in an effort to kind of keep with the more muted colors. So I'm going to stamp off first. And I'm going to just plug the leaf in a couple of spots here. And you can do it as many times as you'd like, in as many spots as you'd like. But I'm going to go with 3. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know that when you're like artists, florists specifically, always say do everything in 3s. It's like appealing to the eye. So 3 leaves on our poinsettia. And I'm going to do a little fussy cutting. I'm going to probably move faster than I did when I made the original card, for the sake of you guys watching. Whoa, that was a tight cut. But if you don't like fussy cutting, again, you could always do this on like a circle, a tight circle. Maybe I wouldn't go necessarily like too big. And then, not cut. In the sentiment, you could just do it on like a banner or something like that. But I do like my fussy. I do like my fussy cutting. I'm always hesitant to say the word I like it. Thank you, Julie. But let's just put it this way. I don't mind it. I've come to really enjoy it because you can really make different shapes, different images that are unique. Okay. So you're going to notice that I'm using our paper snips. I highly recommend them. They're small, so you can see I can kind of weave in and out of these tight spaces. I'm cutting off excess as I go because it just makes it a lot easier. And I'm creating a little bubble around the outside. This is so forgiving. As you can see, where was it? Over here somewhere. I went a little far in. And because I kind of had that little bubble that I'm leaving, that space around it, doesn't really affect it. I didn't chop off a leaf or a petal. So let me know in the comments who here likes the fussy cut and who here doesn't. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. I'm curious. I did a poll on Instagram and I think it was almost 50-50. Maybe a little more leaning towards not liking it, but it wasn't completely lopsided, the poll. Okay, there's my poinsettia. Now, depending on how you stamp it and where you stamp it, right? Like my image is a little different because I did the leaves differently. I'm gonna wait on the sentiment. Let's do the sentiment in a bit. And I just realized I didn't get there we go, my ribbon out. So let me show you the I was gonna say les pièces d'irrésistance, but if anybody here is in Canada, specifically Montreal, they probably just cringed at my French. Michelle's like, no way. Oh, I find you really like are or you aren't. There's not much of a gray area. Okay, so the hybrid. So amazing. This is probably third or fourth one Stampin' Up! Has come out with. I apologize, you're getting glares off my lamps. We have the Tree Rings Hybrid Embossing Folder. And you cannot buy these items separately. You can only buy them together. And it looks like this. It is a 3D embossing folder, so it's on the thicker side. It's got lots of detail in it. And then it goes with the Tree Rings dies. Again, you can't buy them separately. You can only buy them together. And the dies do come with a lot. Okay, so yes, they do come with the dies that work with the embossing folder, but then we get lots of these other doodads. So this guy here, like I was saying, you could either use it as a gumdrop. You could use it as part of like the mushroom top, or does it go like that? Mushroom top, or with the acorn, you can make it an acorn bottom, that sort of thing. We got a couple of sprigs, okay? But what I want to focus on is this guy right here, okay? This die specifically coordinates with the embossing folder. It actually sits right in it. So you kind of have to kind of play with it. The side that says Stampin' Up, the side that has the Stampin' Up logo is the side that the dies will fit in. And you just kind of play, like shimmy it around, play with it a little bit until they fit in place. Is that it? There we go. So they're in. See how I can't, there's like a little groove that die just literally sits in. Okay. And see how I can't move it anymore? If I'm moving it, I'm not in the right spot. You kind of have to just line up the different tree rings and see how I can't move it. That die is actually sitting in the embossing folder. You guys are like 50-50 on the whole fussy cutting. I love it so much when I don't have to fussy cut. Okay, so what I do is I have, you could put a big sheet in here, like a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it will cut out the 5 rings. I just want one. I just want this guy. And actually, I'm not sure which one this guy is. I think it's this one. So I just have a smaller piece of soft suede. Again, you could cut out the 5 at once. I just need one. And so I'm going to put my cardstock right over just that one ring. And then I'm going to close my embossing folder. Let me grab my die cutting machine. Okay, so I don't know how much of this. I'm going to shut that light off for now so we don't get a glare. You're going to want to do, so I forget who asked. I think it was, who was asking? Ruth Ann. I think Ruth Ann was asking, right? You're going to do a 1. Okay, and then you're going to put your embossing folder / die, all of it at once. And then you're going to grab your specialty plate, which I did not, which is a number 4. So you were right. I think that's what you said. 1, then your embossing folder, then your number 4 plate, and you're going to crank it through. I'm going to kind of, hopefully I don't hit. I am going to hit. I'll do it this way. Crank it through. Okay, and when you open it, I'm sorry, it doesn't get old. It's still so exciting to see. It is so exciting to see. It embossed and it cut out at the same time. And so you literally could make 5 rings embossed and cut with one pass, and boom, you're done. So easy. So easy, so fun. And you'll see somebody asked me on Instagram whether it ruins the other side of the embossing folder. So far, I haven't experienced that. It does kind of cut into it a little bit, and it does sort of make a little mark. But I haven't experienced it like ruining it or breaking it or cutting through it or whatever. You are, when you do put your embossing folders through the machine, you want to put it folded side first. Okay, that's just kind of good practice. But I haven't seen that it hurts it in any way. Joan's like, I don't even like fussy cutting. I hate fussy cutting. You guys are so funny. The majority of you don't. Oh my goodness, you're so funny. So remember this pattern, okay? You could run this through your that sandwich and emboss these rings and cut them out at the same time. They coordinate. So this one, I think, is this one. I don't know. That looks like the 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would like just cut out the 5 and then line it up in your machine, run it through. You emboss, you die cut on your pattern paper. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's like amazing. Okay. So let me just show you this card I shared yesterday. So this has 2 parts, 2 different rings. And so you'll notice in the die cuts here that we have this thing together. But to create that second ring, so you would cut this out and then you would line up, you would find whatever sort of inside one. Is this the one? I don't think this is the one. It might be this one. It's this one. So see how that lines up with a little zoops. You would run that through and then you would get a smaller inner tree ring. So I can't say it enough. You can do so much. To me, this is an absolute must-have product. It covers all your seasons. It does so much. You can just use the stamp set. You can just use the stamp set and the dies. You can just use the stamp set and the embossing folder. You can use all 3. So much to do. So this was yesterday's card. Kind of fun, right? Actually, it was an anniversary card, but I made it a get well soon card on Instagram. I redid it. Okie dokie. So let's see here. We have this. We have my poinsettia. Now I did do, you might not even noticed, a little vellum details here. So I used a couple of the other sprigs. I didn't cut it out ahead of time, so I have to do that. Looks like I used that one and this one, I think. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. So you have the ring dies that cut out the rings, obviously, but then you also have these really great sort of sprigs and other details that you can just do a lot with. So let me just do this. By the way, if you're just die cutting, you're going to do a 1, a 2, a 3, which, by the way, if you're ever curious, right here on your mat, it tells you all the sandwiches, all the recipes of the sandwiches. Hey, Sonia. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to cut these sprigs out of, and then another number 3, sprigs out of vellum. So vellum is nice. It like adds a little detail to it, but it's not like in your face if I were to have added another color or something like that. I love using vellum. I should use it more. It's just such, it's soft, right? It can add a little more feminine touch to your project, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to use some tear and tape, and I need my ribbon scissors. Okay, so I'm going to add a little, what is this stuff called? It's amazing, whatever it is. Natural finish ribbon, an absolute must-have. I have no idea how much I cut. I'll give you a sort of rough estimate in a second. But this is in the annual catalog. There is a similar, I didn't order it, so I can't compare and contrast. One in the mini catalog, but it's 1 inch wide. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ribbon. I don't know if I can necessarily tie a bow with it, but it makes a really pretty background. So I'm just going to fold. Oh, by the way, this is about, it's almost perfectly 6 inches, not folded. So I'm going to add just a little detail there. And to secure it down, because it is kind of monkey chunky, I'm going to use some tear and tape. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate where I want it. Tear and tape is great to hold down heavier duty things, 3D projects, that sort of thing. Love me some tear and tape. Yeah, like there. That looks good. Sure, why not? And then we just build, and I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm going to use liquid glue because even on the back of that, there's so much texture. And it kind of warped a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of indented a little. So I'm gonna load the back up with a fair amount of liquid glue just to make sure. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know, I kind of want it looking somewhat similar to my sample. Okay. Then I'm going to do my poinsettia right over that. Like there. And then I'm going to tuck my little twigs in. I only put glue in the middle of my poinsettia here so I can sort of tuck those in. Wow, that one's like really far out though. That's okay. And then the other one I have going the other way, but I think I want it more over here. Depending on how you cut your poinsettia and where you put your leaves, you may need to sort of adjust. Ooh, that's awfully out there. Okay, we're going with more out there. That is definitely. You want to know a trick? Oh my gosh, I did this on a reel today. If you're putting something in and it's too long to fit, just snip the bottom of it. No one will know because it gets covered. Yeah, that's better. That was really, really sticking out. Okie dokie. Now let's do our sentiment. Oops. Don't go. Did I is this long enough? Oh, I can go side. No, we're good. We're long enough. Okay, sentiment's going in evening evergreen ink. Now, it's a long sentiment. My son's friend just got here. Sorry about the noise upstairs. It's a long sentiment, okay? And I didn't really want a long sentiment. I wanted a shorter sentiment. I really wish I had put this up a smidge higher. I don't know if I can get it up. No, okay, that's not moving. We're gonna make it work. Thanks, Karen. So I didn't want a long sentiment. Now, if you're not into fussy cutting, leave the long sentiment. But it's like I didn't know where to put it. And so I decided to chop it up. I decided to fussy cut it and make it work for what I wanted to. Again, that's why I love fussy cutting, because it doesn't work for me, no problem. I can make it work. I could have also just stamped the Mary, like done a washi tape technique, stamp the Christmas, cut them out separate. That would be what I would suggest if you aren't into fussy cutting. Oh my gosh, they're so noisy upstairs. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear everyone walking around. Okay, there's my Mary. And then Christmas. These are fun. These like scripty sentiments to fussy cut because you just go zoop. Like I'm not lining it up. I'm just doing like little curves, like zoop, 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 and zoop. So I guess now this is my second Christmas card I've made. Actually, I have made more. You're going to see them over the next couple of weeks. I love Christmas cards. They're so fun. Okay, almost done. Oh, they must have gone outside. I got quiet. I was like, Bud, you can have a friend over, but you got to be quiet until my live is done. So heads up, while I'm cutting this out, heads up, next week's live will more than likely be canceled. Life is about to get like super busy for me next week, and I need to whip out, I need to work on my product share, and I'm also having like a dental procedure done on Wednesday morning, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm still going to be swollen or not. And in any case, I'm going to be needing to work on my product share. I leave for vacation Friday, so I have to get the product share done before then. And Thursday night, we're going to celebrate my daughter's birthday. I mean, it's just one crazy, crazy evening. So I will more than likely cancel unless I'm like really like whipping out the product share. I might just spur of the moment pop on. And then there won't be a live for the next 4 weeks. So it'd be like 5 in total. I'm going to miss you. Because we're going to Peru for 3 weeks. So it's crazy. Okay, so I'm using mini dimensionals. Some of them I cut in half for like the more narrow bits here. And I'm just kind of nestling that in, kind of in the corner. And I forgot, I guess I used, are those regular pearls or iridescent pearls? I think they're the iridescent ones, actually. Oh, but can I find them? Well, these are fun. How about we use those? Those are really fun. So these are in the new catalog. These are red and green adhesive backed pearls. They say red and green, but there's 4 different colors. I don't know. They're called red and green, but there's more than that. Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm very looking forward to it. We are going to go to the beach for a week and spend time with family. It's going to be awesome. Should I use the red ones or the gold ones? I love gold for Christmas. That's how I decorate my house, red and gold. Let's go with gold because the red isn't quite the right color. Where did I put these? I put one there. These are also included in my product share. So if you'd like a sampling, you'll literally get a row. So you'd get 5 of each color. I think that's how I did it. Of the I like that, of the embellishments. So product shares, you get a sampling of all the designer series paper, a sampling of ribbon, embellishments. They're listed as festive pearls. Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense because red and green adhesive back dot pearls did not make sense. I'm like, it says red and green, but there's 4 colors. Festive pearls. Gotcha. I wonder if they were supposed to originally be only red and green. Okay, so I just realized, yep, I did. I totally did it. The white insert that I had cut there is what I used to stamp my poinsettia on. So I don't have my white insert, but it would be, let's see here. It would be 2 3/4. I think let's try 2, and I want to give you the measurement because it's an odd measurement. I think 2 3/4 will cut it. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4 should do it. Let's see before I put adhesive on that. Yep, that's perfect. So 2 3/4 by 5 1/4 will be your white insert. And I didn't decorate this because the DSP poking through here is kind of enough of a little detail, but there you go. Oh, gotcha. I missed that. Actually, I did see discussion about it, but I didn't like look more into it. I was going to do an envelope, but I don't think I have any envelopes here. I think they're all on my table. So I think we're done. Okay. So Ringed with Nature is the bundle. It's a hybrid bundle. Rings of Love is the designer series paper that you can get for free in the celebration brochure. Okay. Both these products will be available starting July 1st. I almost said 31st. July 1st. The designer paper you can only get by earning it with a $50 order or with my product share. So if you want it, you have to place a $50 order. And what do you know? You could like buy the bundle and get the paper for free. It's funny how Stampin' Up does that. So starting on Friday, it's available. Make sure you pop it on your wish list. It's an absolute must-have in my book. Covers all the seasons, Christmas, just because it's an absolute must-have. It's so much bang for your buck. And I personally love it so much. So thank you everyone so much for joining me tonight. Or just a reminder, next week will more than likely be canceled. And then for the next 4 weeks after that, for sure canceled. I will miss you dearly. My business will keep running. So place your orders, ask me questions, email me, whatever you need. And we will talk soon. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.